How you doing, people? Just wanted to get a video out there on how to make my Dungeons and Dragons maps. And that's with PowerPoint. Now, why PowerPoint? That's because I just love the cheesiness, but the surprising functionality of it. Is it the easiest? No. Is it practical? Yeah, I think so. And I'm hoping I can show that in these next few videos. So, let's get to it. How I start every map is a clear slide, and I start the presentation. By right-clicking, you can pick pointer options, and then pen. This allows you to write on the screen in presentation mode, and also gauge the size and details of the map when you do present it. This is just a quick rough map. Maybe put a town there? Sure. A body of water? Looks right. A few forest areas? I don't know about this one. Tree sketch me out in fantasy. How can a tree fall in the forest and not be heard? They're hiding something. Now, once you've finished, just exit out of the menu and save the sketch. It'll show up on the slide for further edit. Next is assets. I'm not super confident in my asset designs, but no one's complained about it, so I hope they're okay. I start out with those dang sneaky trees. All I do for this is take about 5 or 6 circles and merge them together in a tree-like form. You can merge by selecting all the shapes, press the Merge tab, and then Union. This joins all the shapes into one new shape. After this, I make a smaller version of that to give the tree more depth. Make a few versions of this and you're good to go. Next is buildings. And you can make this as simple or complicated as you want. But all I'm wanting is a rectangle, some trapezoid sides to represent a sloped roof. And you don't want to merge these together. I make a few copies of this and just change some colors to give variety. I also make some square variations that have 4 trapezoids to give it a tower feel. So now I'm going to make the base for the town. I just make an oval that roughly covers a town. Right click and choose Edit Points and pull areas until it covers it. Then I copy and paste. Click the new shape, and while pressing Shift, I can change the size while maintaining the general original shape. This shape becomes the grounds for the town, while the original becomes the town walls. This all gets sent to the back. Now for the fun part. For me at least. Setting the buildings. I just grab one of my buildings, shrink it to the size I want, and start copying and pasting into the empty parts of the town. This will continue with the other buildings also. At this point, it might be a good idea to set where you want landmarks or special buildings to be. The castle, Ventures Guild, or any shops. You'll see that I set assets in a certain orientation to make larger complexes, but I'm not your dad. Do what feels right, sport. Here, I'm just going to get some things in order. Turn the inside and outside of the town green, and then I'm going to use the freeform shape just to block out the water down here. So now back to these trees. I just need more of these stinking trees. I basically just take the original shape and make a larger version. I don't care for the secondary layer, so I'll fix that later, but I'll just place them in the tree blob spots. I'll also be placing buildings to represent fishing or port areas and farms. Now you'll see here that I'm doing something a tad strange. I guess depending on your computer, but after a certain while and a large amount of assets, your PowerPoint might start lagging. This is an easy fix though. By taking the asset you're finished with, selecting all of them, right-click and then save as media, we're going to turn this town of several different objects into one picture. Strange as it started when the trees started getting put into place. Coincidence? I make duplicates of each slide before figuring this stuff through, just in case I want to come back and work something in the future. As you'll see while I'm going, after I set the trees where I want them, I merge them all together to help prevent lag. Now my least favorite part, roads. I haven't really found a great way of doing this. I've tried just doing freeform lines and then changing the weight of it, but it looks really gross. So what I do is I take rounded rectangles, grab the little yellow dot and completely round off the end. And then I connect it end to end to create roads and paths. To me, this helps with a better transition. I don't know. If anyone has any better idea, I'm up for it, because this gets really tedious. Regardless, just change the size to match your road and copy and paste, filling in all the paths. And after you complete that, merge them all together to create a cohesive road. I realize I haven't touched on this. I think mostly all the shapes I have texture on them. So, by right-clicking your shape, shape format, pattern fill. You can choose any texture. They're not perfect in any way, but I feel like it helped make your map a little less flat. At this point, it's just cleanup. Change colors to look a little better, maybe add a few more structures and trees in and outside your town. At this point, you have basically a complete map. But I like to take it a step further. And add a few animated elements just to give it some character. I'll be going much further in this in later videos, but just for some flavor, I'll start with the shore. I want the effect of waves, or tide. So I'm going to make the water sand colored, and copy. Change that shape to blue. Now this took me a couple tries, but eventually I got the tidal feel I wanted. This started by doing a straight line move animation, moving out of the screen very little. This can be tricky because sometimes the line animations either want to be right on top of your start or a mile away. Kind of tricky. For the settings though, on this animation, set the duration to 5 seconds. Then right click into the animation effects and pull the smooth in slider all the way up. Click the auto reverse box and then go to the next tab and change the repeat to tell the end of slide. Also at this point, change it to with previous. This will make it so it starts as soon as your slide starts. Now we copy that shape, change to white, copy again, change that one to blue. These need to be delayed in the animation tab by 0.25 seconds. This will give the title effect. Next, the clouds. This we do the same trick with the trees and merge circles together to create a cloud shape. I'm going to take that solid fill and make it a bit transparent. That way it's really not in the way of the map. These are going to get that line animation again. For the settings for these, it's 59-second duration because you wanted to go really slow. Go into the options and make it auto reverse. Repeat till the end of the slide, but you don't want no smooth in or beginning. That way it's just a clean, straight across, straight back. You don't want the lines to be too long or they'll go too fast. Just play around with it until it feels right. So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think or if you have any ideas down below. And if you'd like to subscribe, go for it. Next video will be going over how to add animations to push storyline or create events. See y'all later. Bye.